don't know, Bruntz. Like, what do you want to talk about? Coaching hires? Fine.
No, we don't have to. I
talk
talk
about
about whatever you want.
The greatest individual media cog in the state, football. Let's talk football, Bruntz. How you feeling about Nebraska's additions, Mike?
Good. I'm interested. So here's why I like the additions, and this is purely selfish.
Okay.
It adds intrigue to the bowl game. Like that's what I want.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
That's a heck
I want
of
some
angle.
I want some storylines. I want to be going to Vegas thinking about, what's this going to look like? And I think everybody just needs to get on board with the fact that bowl games now are basically like a pre-week 0 for the following year. Like that's where we're at. And you've got an offensive line coach who's already in place, which I think is really important. I think having your defensive coordinator around and being able to see everybody now, very important. What I do?
He's just doing stuff. Don't worry about
it. Okay.
He upsets me because he's afraid to play Utah in this bowl game.
I haven't said anything about Utah. You knock it off. Quit projecting everybody else's feelings on me.
I haven't even gotten to Utah yet. We're still in practices here. Talking about practice.
Talk about practice. Not a game.
About practice.
Not the game I love.
And then I don't know. I mean, we'll see what direction they go with defensive line, but I mean, whoever that's going to be is going to be in Lincoln, or at least around the bowl side as well. I mean, you've turned the page considerably to 2026 already, which I think is okay. I don't think that's a bad thing. There is Utah, by the way, as you mentioned, playing a game with uniforms, and we'll see. I mean, it's with the moving pieces and everything. I mean, it'll be a good opportunity to see kind of what, not the cause, but you get to see a little bit of what some changes being made based on what you did to finish the season, which I like. That's good. I'm excited for December.
How would you explain to Utah fans the secret man crush? That might be a little hard. Maybe it's just like, oh, that's like the cute guy in the class. With the flirting of Kyle Whittingham with the last few openings, remember, like, it's like, oh, what about Kyle Whittingham? Is he young enough? Oh, I kind of like what Utah does. And it's like there was this secret kind of interest of Whittingham with the last few coaching openings where his name would come up.
Well, to follow we'll go down the road with your metaphor. Now we're the middle-aged guy thinking about the girl that got away, right? Is that basically where it is?
Remember that? Like
remember that I'm the biggest Utah honk there is because I love Kyle Whittingham.
So this was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, no,
we thought he was he too old? Like, how old is he now? And it's like 10
because nobody knows how old he is. I think everybody's surprised by how old he is.
10 years later, he's like still the model of consistency.
I think he's like 62. He's older than we think.
Yeah, he is. But no, I mean, I think it probably gets brought up daily by somebody around me that, did you know in 2015, Kyle Whittingham wanted the Nebraska job, but they hired Mike Riley instead? Like, that's like a parenthetical to everything.
Oh, even I was low. He's 66.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah. I knew he was in his 60s. I even guessed low, though.
Because
remember, that was the conversation changed.
Yeah, with all the scuttlebutt, though, back then, Bruntz, we had some had convinced themselves that, in his late 50s, would he still be motivated to take another job? And we're like,
don't worry, they got Mike Riley much younger.
Well, no, because it changed, right? In 2015, it was like that's a possibility. And then in 2018, it was like, oh, he's too old. Yeah.
Too old. I would have taken Kyle Whittingham at any point. In any coaching search.
I was explaining. I did a hit with
2002 or 2004. You're taking Kyle Whittingham. Take him.
Listen, he would have been in his 40s by that point. That's old for a coaching hire now.
Yeah. No. Did he have the energy back then? I don't know.
I did a radio hit with one of the Utah guys because he started in Hastings, believe it or not, covering high school sports like St. Cecilia. This is a super small world. And I was kind of joking with him. I was like, you know, there's a secret connection here between the Nebraska fan base in Utah, right? And he's like, no, do tell. And I was like, oh yeah. And he's like, no way. And I was like, yeah, there was this Kyle Whittingham thing in 15-16 where he came up all the time in our media circles.
For what it's worth, Bruntz, in 2004, he was coming off of being the defensive coordinator for Urban Meyer. So yeah, I would
hire him.
I would have taken him in 2004, 100%.
Send the plane for him. Put it on the tarmac. Make him make a choice.
I stand by every coaching search of my lifetime. I would have happily taken Kyle Whittingham.
He came up again before Coach Rule. It was
100%.
like, who's your top four? Who's your top five? It's Kyle Whittingham.
And I would have taken him then.
He's like, you're kidding me. And I was like, no, trust me. Like, he comes up a ton. And you look at, I don't think there's a ton of optimism for whatever the reason, because we don't even know who's playing at this point.
For either team, to be fair.
But I do think quietly Nebraska fans are competitive, and they're going to protect their boys. I think they'll show up in Vegas.
Yeah, I think so. It's flights were surprisingly high to Vegas.
Yes,
it was I was a little bit surprised by that. I'll be curious to see how that affects things. But it's.
Are you still finding mid threes for a one-way?
No.
Higher?
Yeah.
He said, here's the delivery. You got, is it a Millard Northian thing where you just come across as very simple?
It was, I mean, it was cheaper than getting to New York last year, but it's not by much. But you get,
how's that go again, Bruntz? Your answer?
No. No, but you'll get people coming over from LA. You'll get people coming up from Phoenix. I mean, I think people will drive in. It's not a situation where you're going to be sitting there on like Christmas night in Nebraska and it's like 4 degrees and you're talking to your uncle and you're like, let's do this. Let's make it happen. I mean, unless you drove, I mean, that'd be a hell of a road trip, but I think people will show up. It's a new.
Oh, good Lord.
New destination.
What do you see?
Did you just look it up?
Like $800.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I got the no. He said,
yeah.
Yeah, we're not even close.
Yeah.
No.
I think the cheapest one I've seen is like 6.
I was like, I might as well have asked you, do you like me? No.
Yes, absolutely.
If you want to sit on there's no there's like no basic ones to go either. Like they're all the higher package ones. Like all the
even like Allegiance, like they're
regulars are sold out.
Turning the screws. But anyways, no, I think there'll be a good Nebraska crowd. I think people are probably wincing a little bit, depending on who plays. For Utah especially. I mean, I think. It's going to be a pretty big challenge given what Nebraska's shown, especially in November, for what they could stop. But, I mean, you guys, I'm sure BC probably said this when you had him on earlier in the week that, bowl games sometimes are as much as, who wants to show up, who's dialed in, that kind of stuff as anything. So, I don't know. I mean, and I think, too, like I said earlier, I mean, this is basically your lead into 2026, and I think sometimes that can motivate guys, too.
Do you think we're going to see, do you expect to see a lot of different players for Nebraska, even if guys don't opt out?
I think you'll see a guy or two. I think you'll see more of guys that you just saw a little bit of.
I agree.
I think that's because you basically have a month runway to see what some of those second teamers have done. I think you owe it to some of those guys, especially that are going to be back next year, that have kind of gotten close to challenging for starting jobs, to give them a little bit of a longer look in this one. So I think you'll see you'll see more of younger guys in this game.
So Bruntz, you're a storyline guy, right? Given your business, who do you want to hear from at the podium?
Well, I think here's what I want to hear. I would like to hear, now that you've made an offensive line hire very quickly, what is, and Matt Rule kind of touched on it and then moved off to something else. Like what's the direction of this offense? Like what does this offense look like in 2026? Because he had some line that basically the way that Jeep Wade coaches aligned a little bit more with what direction Nebraska wants to go in the run game going forward. I'd like to hear more about that and what that looks like. Because obviously you've made this change. You're going to have to pivot a little bit based on, who's doing the coaching. But, what does that look like long term for the future of this offense? Because they were, efficient at times this year, but I think there's still another level you can get to. I mean, I don't know, for all the hand wringing about the defense, I don't know that we probably talk enough about the offense and what they need to do going into 2026, because there's a lot that needs to be done on the side of the ball too. So, I mean, in addition to the new guys that you want to hear from coaching wise, I would kind of be eager to hear what the vision is for the offense.
That is our guy, Michael Bruntz, Husker247. Bruntz, appreciate the time as always. Hopefully you booked your flights to Vegas before now.